Hello everyone and welcome back. In this video, I'm gonna show you my experience and everything happened during Invictus launch week in-game. Up till now, 28th of May. I want to make a separate video for Drake's show and another for the week's finale. This video will include my thoughts of the event and, as usual, some of the lore behind it. I hope you enjoyed this video and let's get into this.
Gotcha!
The event, as you all probably know, is located in New Babbage Microtech and in Port Tressler, the space station orbiting Microtech. You can actually see the celebration fireworks in New Babbage from Port Tressler in orbit, which was amazing. While we are at Port Tressler, there were a couple of things that I had to check out: the Bengal carrier flyby and the Javelin tour. While I fly by the Bengal carrier, let me tell you about the UEEN and what this event is all about. The Imperial Navy of the United Empire of Earth, also referred to as the United Empire of Earth Navy, UEEN, or simply the Navy, is the naval branch of the United Empire of Earth's military. It is the largest branch and public face of the UEE military. The Navy is responsible for transportation of military resources, maintaining the borders, and waging military strikes throughout the UEE. In the early days of humanity's expansion into space, the Unified Navy primarily served as a police force, patrolling the systems for damaged or broken down ships. Upon the discovery of the Banu, the government realized that the Navy needed to be repurposed as a military presence. The Navy's fleet began to swell, as it was the most obvious visual representation of humanity's military strength. Structurally, the Imperial Navy is formed around squadrons, which are assigned a carrier and a fluctuating number of support ships. An admiral is in charge of the carrier and squadron, with wing commanders running the multiple wings that operate at any given time. In Port Tressler and around the spaceport in New Babbage, you can find these panels that tells you exactly how much time left until the next Bengal carrier flyby and the Javelin tour. So if you couldn't find the Bengal or couldn't access the Javelin, all you have to do is check with these panels. If the timing is right, the Javelin should be seen docked at one of the docking ports on Tressler. While I make my way inside to the tour, let me tell you about Invictus launch week. Invictus is a Latin word that means unconquerable or undefeated. Invictus marks the beginning of the new year for the UEE Navy recruits and commemorates the graduation of the latest class of starmen and officers. The event's origin date back to 2541 and the First Tivarian War, when the United Planets of Earth, UPE, would send transport ships to each planet to pick up recruits for basic training. The locals would gather to celebrate those leaving to defend humanity and marvel at the impressive military ships. Today, Invictus Launch Week is celebrated in UEE systems with high-flying public demonstrations from the naval fleet. As an added attraction, the galaxy's top vehicle and defense manufacturers utilize the festivities to showcase the ships and armament they supply to the military. Now I'm gonna stop speaking and let you enjoy the highlights of my experience of Invictus Launch Week so far.
Welcome aboard the UEES Warhammer. As part of this year's Invictus celebrations, I'd like to invite you to take a look around and get an up-close look at an active military vessel. Some of the actual crew members have graciously volunteered their time to explain what life is like aboard the ship. I would like to remind you that the entire ship is not available for exploration, so please be respectful of unauthorized areas. Thank you, and enjoy your visit.
Hello everyone, my name's Lieutenant Horrigan, and as you can probably tell, this is Warhammer's mess hall. Definitely one of the more popular spaces on the ship. The mess has a fully automated dispensary since we operate on rotating shifts. We have a standard crew complement of 65 to 70, and meals need to be available at all times, so we have a culinary team always on duty, ready to lend support. Famous pilot Harry O'Reilly was once quoted as saying, if you ever want to take the temperature of a ship's crew, spend 20 minutes in their mess. Now this is one of the main social areas of the ships where crew members from different departments can catch up in their own downtime. We also use the mess for social events like birthdays, holidays, and promotions, since it's able to hold so many people. Our skipper, Captain Metcalf, is a big believer in casual gatherings. It's in an effort to entrench camaraderie. So we're in here pretty often. Now, you've probably noticed our games in the corner, so I'll just address the question that everyone asks. Yes, it's pretty competitive. The XO currently has the score to beat. Anyway, I'd like to invite you to have a look around.
Javelin class destroyer was originally built by AEGIS Dynamics and has been in active service since 2832. Launching under the command of Captain Omar Singh, the ship initially served as a combat support vessel in the 2nd Fleet, 6th Battle Group, a posting that put it close to the Bandul front. The Warhammer saw action during the fall of Caliban in 2884, where it protected retreating civilian and naval forces when the system ultimately fell, earning a ribbon for valor in the process. For the next several decades, the Warhammer transitioned between fleets in a variety of support and patrol positions, even participating in the UEE push to reclaim the Nexus system in the 2930s. Most recently, the Warhammer distinguished itself as the primary combat vessel to repel the outlaw group known as Xenothreat from the Stanton system. Since then, the Warhammer has been placed in dry dock for repairs, but is heading back to active service once this year's Invictus festivities are concluded. The room you're currently seated in is the main briefing room for the entire ship. Based around a hollow volume built by Microtech, the crew gathers here to discuss everything from battle strategies to repair schedules. The Marine detail assigned to this ship also uses this room to plan out their boarding actions or outline combat strategies. This room has even acted as a venue for off-duty activities, such as vid screenings or sporting event parties. We hope that you'll take the opportunity to explore the ship and get an up-close look at one of the vanguards of order. On behalf of Captain Metcalf and the rest of the crew, I want to wish you a fantastic Invictus. I hope we see you next year.
All right, let's settle down. My name's Lieutenant Commander Alderman. I run the turret complement aboard the Warhammer. That means I'm in charge of coordinating fire between our various gunners during a combat engagement in order to maximize combat effectiveness. But when we aren't in combat, I strive to keep my team sharp by running through engagement drills and simulated encounters. Now, the Javelin comes standard with 15 turrets, 13 of which have embedded operators. There are 6 turrets like the one you see here that run along the side of the ship, each of which is equipped with a pair of size 7 cannons for larger targets and a pair of size 4 Gatlings for smaller targets like fighters and even incoming missiles and torpedoes. We've got 4 more turrets on the bow of the ship, armed with size 7 energy cannons and 3 gunners on the underside with the same. All this firepower is coupled with a heavy payload of ordnance to make the Warhammer a real problem for all sizes of ship. Hence why we can be tasked to operate independently on patrols without support from the rest of the battle group. During the Xeno-threat incursion, our gunners were responsible for the destruction of over 70 hostile elements and several capital ships, as well as protecting the ship from incoming ordnance. As a special treat, we've safetied this turret so you can get a taste of what it feels like to be a gunner. All the weapons have been deactivated, so don't worry about accidental discharge. But I'll remind you this is an active military vessel, so be respectful all the same. Thank you, and have a great Invictus.
Graduation of the latest class of starmen and pilots entering service into the UEE Navy signifies the date that new recruits all over the Empire report to start their service. Duty, tradition, service. A life in the UEE Navy is about building a better universe for your loved ones. While at Invictus, take a moment to honor all naval starmen, past, present, and future, faithfully defending the Empire. Remember, Invictus is an opportunity to celebrate those who are about to embark on their journey in the UEE Navy. Be sure to congratulate any new recruits you see. The UEE Navy, united in purpose.
Please let me know in the comments below what you think. I'm so excited about Drake's show starting tomorrow the 29th and the 30th of May. And if you like this kind of content, please make sure to subscribe and like this video. It's so encouraging seeing your interactions below. As for May's subscribers giveaway, keep an eye for the winner's announcement in the comments section of the giveaway video linked below and in the top right corner of this video right now. The winner will be announced there 30th of May. Good luck for everyone, and don't worry, I'm planning a giveaway every month. See you in the next video.